Okay, guys, I think we're doing it. Motor City Fox Fest in the house, which, okay, guys, I'm going to start this off by throwing a little bit of something at you because I was at Saline Nationals this weekend and somebody from the Motor City Fox Fest is running around slamming publicity in people's cars. You two wouldn't happen to know who this was, would you?
Not at all. That's awesome.
Yeah, because, well, and this is sort of the thing, right? Whenever you go to a show and if somebody's running around with pamphlets, they just throw them on the seat, whatever. And I'm like, Motor City? No kidding. This is a long ways away from home for Motor City.
Yeah, that
So
was
was that you, Dana?
that was me, yes.
Okay, so you made the trip down, did you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I have a Celine and that was my first nationals. And I knew there was going to be a bunch of Fox bodies there, so I was prepared.
Right. Yeah, isn't it? So this was my first time going too. And I was like, I mean, I guess they're all different because they always host them in different states and whatever. They kind of, I learned a lot this weekend, actually. I didn't realize it's like, there's an upper board and then each state kind of has a board of organizers. It's quite official, if I'm being honest.
Yes, this was my first nationals too, but I think it was a little more of a relaxed one, so probably a good one to start with.
Right. Yeah. I know, like, we went to the banquet dinner after the show, and as I was just taking it all in, trying to figure things out. I didn't want to ask questions and sound like a dipshit, So, but once it all came out and I was like, okay, I think I know enough about how this works. It's very well organized. And I really got to tip my hat to them. The way that they planned that indoors. I mean, not indoors, I should say covered, right?
Mm-hmm.
It worked great because it pissed rain for a third of the day.
Right. Yeah, and it was an awesome venue. They did a phenomenal job. Like I said, my first time, and I was thoroughly impressed with how it was ran. It was awesome. So I would definitely be back.
Oh yeah, I know. It really, really impressed me too. And I know that people belong to the Saline Club of America, and but I guess I never really thought more of it other than just that. So going and experiencing it, I was like, man, this is actually pretty neat, and what a group. Like the camaraderie is unbelievable in and amongst that crew.
Yeah, very impressed. It's very much family. They kept telling me that before I came down, and they just welcomed me right in like I'd been there all along. It was pretty cool. I wish I would have seen you there. I thought I saw you pass by, but I wasn't sure. And I wish I would have known you were there because I would totally talk to you.
Well, yeah, 100%. I know. And I'll be honest. I mean, I felt a little awkward because I was like the black sheep, if you will, without a Celine. And, but my buddy Jay Ronca, he reached out to me and said, why don't you guys come down? And we had been meaning to get down to Chattanooga and check it out. So I asked the wife and she goes, yeah, let's do it. We'll bring the kids and we'll buzz down there. So, now granted, they did throw me in the far corner where the black sheep belong, right?
There was a few of you there.
Yeah, right. And, but yeah, like super welcoming. It was a really, really neat time. It actually left we only had a couple hour drive home, way less than you would have. But
oh yeah.
it left me thinking, I'm like, I've always wanted a New Edge Celine.
Oh, those were beautiful, weren't they? Oh my goodness.
Oh, and I just had to park by like 6 of them too. So I'm staring at these stunners. And it's one of those car designs that just, to me anyway, speaks volumes. I think they hit an absolute home run with that 99 through 04 Celine package. It's just beautiful. And so on the way home, I'm going, oh boy, have I been bit? This is probably the last thing I need right now in my life is to add another car to the mix. But anyway, yeah, the gears are turning.
Oh, I'm not going to lie. I was through Marketplace searching for New Edge convertibles myself. So,
were you?
Yeah, I need another one, but yeah.
Right. I know. Yeah, it's and funny you say that too because I love the hard tops as well, but there is something about those convertible new edges that really speaks to me.
Yeah,
Well,
they were
that's what I was
beautiful.
going to say is I've looked at them and it's like, okay, I don't really need another car also, but how do I kill two birds with one stone? I
Yeah.
don't have a
Exactly.
convertible. I've never had a convertible. And it's like, well, I did have a McLaren convertible for a very short period of time. It was pretty cool.
Right.
But I could get a convertible and a new Edge Celine and knock a whole bunch of boxes out with that purchase.
Yeah.
There you go, Glenn.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, anyway, I should give you guys a proper introduction. So, Dana and Glenn, two of the organizers of the Motor City Fox Fest, which we're like, what are we? A week and change away from this as we record this to the big show?
Unbelievably, yes.
Came up quick.
Shit. Well, okay, guys, and I was going to ask you because, well, Glenn, I mean, you and I are buddies, and we were like ships in the wind. In the middle of the night. I haven't talked to you in a while. Like, what's gone on since the big glass building turned into whatever it's now turned into?
Well, actually drove by there the other day and there's like fencing around like cyclone fencing around the whole property now or around the whole building because I guess they're getting ready to tear it down and they're abating the asbestos that's in the building. So one of the
Oh,
reasons, my argument was it's like, hey, we don't use the building. We don't care if it's closed. We just want to use your parking lot. And they really don't want anyone around while they're doing that for the obvious reasons, right? So,
right,
yeah, so we worked with Ford to get another location, and that was not easy. That's why, like, everything for the show, like, people were like, "Oh, Motor City's gone. It's canceled." It's like, no, no. And we weren't going to try to get out in front of it and, like, try to explain ourselves. We just kind of let it go because we really didn't know, like, was it going to happen that we even got a Ford property?
right,
And we could have easily went somewhere else. Um, but I think part of the theme of the Motor City was just kind of being tied in with Ford and bringing cars home to the Motor City and Ford Motor Company, and we kind of wanted to keep that theme going, right? So it took a
yeah,
little extra effort. I mean, even after we got the property, I probably shouldn't air too much, but like we got the property, we get it out there, and we have to have insurance, right? You got to have insurance for this stuff. So we've had insurance the last few years. So send the insurance over, and they say, yeah, this is no good. We want,
oh,
we need this amount, right? So okay, no problem. We'll go back and get that amount. Well, nobody like the insurance industry doesn't offer that amount. Like
oh,
I
shit,
actually called insurance companies that were like, they laughed. It's like, yeah, nobody offers that. That's stupid. I'm like, well, we're dealing with Ford, right? So like we have to do this. And I don't know, Gary. I must have called 25, 30. Like, I'm like, holy shit, like this isn't gonna happen. And then thank
wow,
God Dana got involved. She made some phone calls and Dana pulled it all together and we finally got the insurance. Like, I'm not even going to tell you when, but we got the insurance and it was like good to go.
wow,
So yeah, I mean it's a little bit difficult, but I think the new location is going to be. It's actually super cool. Like it
Very
doesn't have
cool.
the room that World Headquarters has, but like we border the test track, right? So there's a wall, so obviously you can't see what they're testing. Um, and we border like that whole wall, and it kind of curves, so it's going to have a little bit of weird feel to it. But like where the main area is going to be super cool, and
nice.
it's like at a crossroads, right in the center of like the heart of Ford Motor Company. So picture an intersection, four corners. We're on one corner. The opposite corner is Greenfield Village and the Henry Ford Museum in the Automotive Hall of Fame. And then the opposite corner would be the New World headquarters. So you can see that from where we're at. And then the other one has like a lot of product development stuff and different things like that. So you're like in the heart of it now.
Right.
And
Yeah, it's a
I
view
think,
wherever you look.
yeah, it's just
Okay.
all like, it's just Ford, like Ford has a city and you're in their city.
So, okay, I'm very curious if you guys even know, like, what's going on with the old headquarters? Are they going to knock it down? Are they going to restore it?
Rumor is it's coming down, and they're going to make it a park and donate it back to the city of Dearborn. There's a rumor
Oh,
now. I'm not speaking for Ford. I don't know.
hmm.
That's just what I'd heard.
Okay.
They do
It,
have
it
some heavy equipment out there now, so they're getting ready to do
Oh,
something.
wow. So, yeah, because I mean, I don't have the best bird's eye view of how, Henry's land purchases all worked out. But from what I understand, like the old world headquarters was kind of out on its own little island there. And then
it
everything
was.
else. Right. Okay. So that would make sense as to why they're going to do a new world headquarters closer to the track and the museum and everything else and make it a little tighter.
Yep. I think it's a lot easier for them to, obviously, if you're building a car, working with the different, every function it takes to work with the car, like from product development to whatever, it's all more in house and will make it more streamlined and easier for them to do what they do. So, yeah, I
I
think
guess.
you'd have to get in a car. I think a lot of their stuff is like walking distance now. Um,
Okay.
where like if you were in the glass house before, you'd have to like get in your car and go drive somewhere, make it
Right.
a little more difficult. So yeah, it's really we went on a tour of the New World headquarters. I think it's pretty cool. They're kind of seems like modeling it after like Google buildings and that with open workspaces. But I think a lot of the workers like they're not nuts about it. And some people may ask, like, well, why aren't you doing the parking lot of the New World headquarters? Well, they don't have a parking lot. Like
It's
the
all
new model is like they park off site and take like a shuttle in or walk like a really long way. Like if you Google the New World headquarters and just look at it from above, it's like, where's the parking? Like
oh,
there's a
Yeah.
really?
parking structure like way in the back. And we actually entertain like, how would it be if we were in a parking structure? Like, well, we wouldn't have to worry about rain, but
Right.
it just it didn't have like the feel we wanted. But yeah, so not speaking again on behalf of Ford, a lot of people aren't very happy with the new
Right.
setup. But I think maybe when they get used to it, it'll work for Ford pretty well.
Huh. That's interesting. I mean, shit, I could go on for hours about that. I mean, I got more questions than I do answers for sure. Um,
We
yeah,
all
Yeah,
like,
do.
I'm trying to give you the short
right.
version here.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Um, very, very interesting. Okay. On this insurance note, I know exactly what you're talking about, Glenn. I sadly to admit, I spent 3 years of my life in insurance. 3 years I'll never get back. But I know exactly what you're talking about because what ends up happening is you've got, say, like venue that says, we want the earth, the sun, the moon, and the stars, and your firstborn and vials of blood, right?
Right.
And then you got you guys, the buyer of the insurance, calling the insurance companies, the insurance, and you guys aren't insurance people, so you don't even really know what you're asking for, what you're even trying to buy.
Right. That's an
It's just like,
argument Dana and I had. She's
yeah,
like, hey, can you make this phone call? I don't know anything about insurance. I says, I don't know anything about insurance.
yep,
And it was
and
like, I don't even know the lingo. What's aggregate? Like, I don't know what aggregate means. Isn't that what you walk on the cement or something? I don't know.
That would
so
have been a
true.
conversation recording.
Oh, totally right. And it's like, okay, we need $800 million in liability, and the insurance company's going, we offer two, and that's it,
That's we
right?
actually
Oh,
had one company. This one guy says, "Oh yeah, dude, I could do that, man. I'll take care of you." He
right.
comes back and he says, "Well, I don't know if this is going to work for you, but the price is going to be between like $35,000 and $60,000 for
Jesus.
for insurance." It's like I got a mortgage. I'm like, we're not having the show. We're going to have to
Yeah.
find a new location.
Well, okay, and here's the other side of this. I'll be, unfair to the insurance companies too. They're going to hear high horsepower car show and they're going to panic because these guys are like Coke bottle glasses, propeller head individuals that just panic over anything that is not, like padded rooms and stuff.
Right.
Because that's how insurance companies get rich. They do not want to insure shit that goes wrong. They want to
Right.
insure stuff that doesn't go wrong that they don't have to pay out for. So you're trying to explain to them like, no, listen, this is a very organized event, right? There's flaggers. Everybody's got high vis on. We roll them in nice and slow. There's no burnouts. There's no nothing. Burnouts? Who said anything about burnouts? We're not insuring. Fuck. Guys, I can't even
so you're going to have
imagine.
alcohol there. Well, that's a whole,
Right.
Yeah.
They went right to the, it's like, you're going to have alcohol. It's like, we're not having alcohol. Like, it's on a Ford property.
Right.
Oh, guys, I feel for you. I can't even imagine. Like I said, 3 years of my life, I'll never get back being in the middle of all that and being a logical hillbilly like I am and having to deal with these companies. I'm going, you guys, you're not understanding what goes on here. Like you don't get it. Let me try to explain it to you in layman's terms. Oh, I can't even imagine.
And you can't.
Oh, we might have lost him, Dana.
Did I go silent for a minute? No.
Yep, but we got you now, buddy.
All right, my daughter was calling. I don't want to go down a different road, but we tried really hard, and I don't even know who noticed. Most people don't. Because some lady asked us, why did you raise prices this year? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, we lowered prices this year. We tried really hard to lower the prices. Like, this isn't a big for-profit thing. We're not trying to make money. But when you start paying for insurance and porta potties and all the different things, it's like, it costs money to do this. And I can't, I'm not going to go to my bank account and pay for the car show.
Right.
Just help me cover the costs, right? And the insurance, It's just like, oh my God. People don't get it, but whatever.
No. It's true. I'll totally off topic, but I'll give you a little bit of a Canadian story. So my old landscaping and property maintenance company was like a spring, summer, fall business. And then I started to get asked in the wintertime if I would clear people's driveways for them of snow. And I said, well, listen, again, spent 3 years in insurance. I said, I don't think this is going to be cheap, but let me call the guys that insure me and see what it would cost me, right? I hope you guys are both sitting down for this. $25,000 a year for me to buy a snow removal insurance policy. Yeah. I'm like, guys, I'm not even going to make that removing snow. Are you fucked?
Right.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, it's one of those things. They've been sued so many times for slips, trips, and falls on icy conditions. And they called the snowplow guy and he goes, yeah, man, I plowed it at 6:00 this morning. Well, shit, it might have snowed an inch since then. How much sand did you use? It's a way for lawyers to make money is all it is.
It really is.
Wow.
Yeah. So I feel for you.
I mean, the story I heard, how insurance started, right?
Actually, I maybe ships, right? Insurance ship from what
I was always told was Al Capone started it, in Chicago. He came up with this idea of insurance. He'd go up to a store owner and say, hey, we're selling this insurance in case your building catches on fire or theft or anything else. And, whenever it was, the 20s or 30s or whatever, it's like, we don't need it. And he's like, no, you need it. And they're like, no, we don't need it. And they wouldn't buy it. And that night their building would burn down. So the next day they'd go back and they'd be like, you need that? Yeah, I'll take that insurance. So, I mean, it all started as a scam, right? It all started as
right.
And it still is a mob run thing, but what are you going to do?
Yeah. Yeah. It kind of is.
I always say that with healthcare. It's like, you want to fix healthcare? Dump insurance. No insurance at all. Give the employees the money, the wages. Healthcare goes up in price every year, right? Oh my God, it's so expensive. So, well, what doesn't go up? I remember girls getting boob jobs at $20,000 a breast, right? Now you can get them for $5,000. You're in and out in a day. Any cosmetic surgery is super cheap. Because they want, how does that get cheaper? And everything else in the medical field gets
Medicine
expensive.
goes up, yeah.
It's because it's not covered by insurance and they have to drive the cost down if they want to do it, right? So I think it would kind of be like the same thing, but I don't know. I can't even put on a car show, so what do I know?
I know one that One that stings me the most, because we're right in the throes of this with the kids, but dentistry. Like
Yeah.
Oh,
this.
braces.
Oh, Christ, Dana. And like the racket. So the reason that I know about the racket is I knew a gal in college that was going to school for dentistry, and I was playing hockey at the time. So she says to me, "Hey, do you want one of those like custom fit mouth guards?" I'm like, "I don't even wear one." She's like, "Listen, I'll just charge you whatever it costs in product." I'm like, "Ah, shit. Okay, whatever." She made me one of those, one of the sleep at night things. You know, every dentist tells you need that because you grind your fucking teeth or whatever it
Right.
is.
Hmm.
She gave me one of those, and there was something else too. But anyway, it was $20 in material. That's all she charged me. And I
Wow.
think those sleep trays are like $1,000.
Right.
They are.
Yeah. And it's just anytime that, you go in, your x-rays are always outdated, and it's like $500 for x-rays. And you go like, really? Like, this ivory hasn't changed in about 30 years, guys. Like, anyway, fuck, how did we get on teeth? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they probably don't want to hear about insurance anymore.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys pieced her together. And Dana, I guess hats off to you for pulling it together. You probably just had to dial for dollars and find somebody that understood the program, hey?
It was calling a few people that sent me to. I finally talked to somebody and I was like, just tell me who to call. And they're like, try this person. I'm like, fine. So it was
Right.
kind of a telephone game.
Yeah. Well, the worst part about that too, sorry not to go on and on about this, but like as the buyer of it, you're just expecting that whoever they tell you to call is going to be great. For all you know, you could be calling some one-man outfit in Pakistan that goes, "Yeah, sure, I'll, PDF that up for you." And boom.
Please don't say that.
Well, but this is the reality of it. Like there's a 0.00001% chance that you're even going to have to utilize this policy. Really, the hardest part about it is just proving to the folks that you want to use the venue. Yeah, like it really is a racket. I feel bad for you guys.
Well, the odd thing is so this parking lot is right next to Greenfield Village, which for
Okay.
those of you that might not know, Greenfield Village is a super cool place. Like
Yeah.
when we were kids, we went there. Henry Ford back in the day decided to bring very notable buildings to one place, like his birth home. And like he personally decorated it like how he remembers it. So you can go into his birth home. You can go in where he made his first bicycle or whatever car, supposedly. Thomas Edison buildings. There's all kinds of cool buildings there. And they got an old train that goes around there. But, anyways, the people that go there park in this parking lot that we're going to be at.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, how is that any different than us parking there on Saturday? Like, those cars don't have special insurance. They're obviously probably covered by Ford's insurance. So, like, there's hundreds of cars there every day during the week.
Yeah.
But now we're going to park some cars there on Saturday and we have to have, like, I don't even get it. It just makes no sense.
So
Like, if you have to have insurance, that maybe that should be blocked off during the week so people can't park in there, right? But,
very true. Yeah.
no, so
Good question.
I don't know.
It always takes dumb guys like us to go like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense, right? Yeah. So, okay, this begs the question then, what are they going to do with folks that want to tour the village on the day that the Motor City Fox Fest is all set up?
As far
moving them?
as,
Where are
They
they
do
going?
have
Where are
a
they
main
gonna-
parking lot. Yeah, they have their own parking lot. They kind of use it as an overflow, or
Oh, okay.
depending on the exit or entrance you go to, I guess.
yeah, and it's a little closer. So some people choose to park there so they don't have to walk so far. But hopefully we're going to get there in the day before and close it all off. And Ford's going to help us so that they can't get in there. Fortunately, they, unlike World Headquarters where people parked in that lot and might have went out of town for a week to Europe or something like that. So we had to deal with those cars left in the World Headquarters parking lot. These
Yeah.
cars, they go to Greenfield Village, they get in their car and they go home. So I'm hoping everyone went home like Thursday, and Friday we can block the lot off and it'll be empty. Any remaining cars can get out.
Right.
And then Saturday we'll have the whole lot to ourselves. Like this is all new. Like
Yeah.
this is like we don't even know.
Yeah. Well, I have parked in that. I know I'm pretty sure I know the lot you're talking about because I've tried to scale that little brick wall to see what's going on the text track. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know where you're talking about. It's a nice little spot in there. Um, if, this, I guess, again, goes out to the folks that have never been, like, pulling into that whole area where the village is and the museum and everything else, you're going like, where am I? Like it feels like I kind of left one town and went to another, and in a roundabout way, you kind of did. Like
Oh yeah.
it's, I don't know how many acres of land that all that stuff exists on. It's crazy huge.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it always cracks me up the people on Facebook like, "Oh, I don't want to go to Dearborn or I don't want to go to Detroit." It's like, dude, you have no clue.
Yeah.
Like like this is one of the biggest companies in the world and like it's amazing there, right?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I mean, sure, any town's going to have a bad area or whatever, but you're nowhere near that bad area.
Yeah.
Um
No, it's true.
I mean, I'm even unaware, and I've lived here my whole life, where that bad area would be. Like we go downtown Dearborn, which when you go to Ford's garage, like right up the streets, like downtown Dearborn, and it's pretty cool. It's like an old town. It's beautiful. So I don't know where the bad part, but it's always funny to listen to the people on the
Yeah.
interweb tell you how bad it is that's never been here.
Yeah, in all honesty, the well, no, I missed 1 year, so the 2 years that I've been there, I feel the exact same way. We went right downtown, we're drinking beer and I don't know the bars, but, we're going bar to bar and carrying on and having a good time, and, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm just too dumb and a small town guy to see it, but I didn't see any trouble, and the thing that I'd always tell everybody that asks me about how my experience was there, as I said, there is a feeling in the air. I don't know if maybe this is like my hippie side talking or what, but like when you're in Motor City, like the real deal Detroit, I mean, it just feels different. And I'm like that old strip that you're talking about, Glenn, there that you turn off to get into Ford's garage and stuff. Like all if you're driving or along there or you're hanging out at some of the bars and different places and stuff, all you hear is like light to light drag races. Maybe not all you hear, but you still hear that shit. And that is uncommon to hear in 2026 anywhere else.
Right.
Like it's Motor City. This shit is still happening.
Oh, it's everywhere. Yeah. I mean, I could go on and on of all the places that you want to go drag racing at night or whatever you want to do. But like we were just at the Telegraph Cruise yesterday. I mean, that place was insane. It's a place we
Really?
used to, Telegraph's a road. And when we were young, we used to cruise it and then you would shoot down like 7 Mile and go drag race. And that stuff's still going on.
All these years
But
later, yeah.
yeah, we had Mike Johnson, who's, great guy, good advocate for the show. It was so happy. Last year, he took a bunch of people down to Detroit. He's like, come on, let's go. I'm going to go show you around.
Mhm.
And they came back and they're like, oh my God, I didn't know. Like, that place is like, they were just blown away. It's kind of like the World Cup soccer. I don't know how many people, I got a little bit obsessed watching that, like on I don't know if it's TikTok or Facebook Reels or whatever it is I watch, but they're like, we've been told our whole life that America's dangerous and it's horrible and the people are rude and they're
Yeah,
like, it couldn't have been more wrong, right? And that was like the same thing that happened last year when Mike Johnson did that. And,
yeah.
people come and they're like, man, I just didn't know, and so it's kind of cool.
Those reels have and like short videos and stuff have been incredible.
I know I
Um,
get
I know
obsessed
I
watching it.
Yeah, me too. I know I love the British folks and they're going, "Okay, there's no way that this deep fried catfish can be any better than our fish and chips, right?"
Yeah,
And then they're going in kind of making fun of like biscuits, right? And they're going, "Biscuits, like what are we doing here?" And they take a bite of the whole operation and mind blown instantly, right? They're like, "Where's
right.
this been my whole life?" Yeah.
Yeah, what did one of the airlines? I think they had a sign up. It's like, you cannot bring ranch dressing on this flight. They
Oh,
were all like buying it
yeah.
and packing their suit. Like, who's never heard of ranch dressing?
I was floored by this one too. I'm going like anywhere I've ever lived's had ranch dressing, and I've only been to Europe a couple times. I guess I didn't go looking for it. So, but
Right.
maybe it's not a thing overseas. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest thing is like, how do these people live? Like, there's a couple of the women were like, oh my God, people in America like actually say hi to each other on the street. Like, this is blowing me away. Like,
Hold doors. Yeah.
yeah, and it's like that does not happen. And it's like, wow, you guys are really screwed up. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it
I
kind
know.
of
Cities are
makes you
wild.
realize, what we got going on here and stuff like we're doing this weekend. Like they're not doing that over there. And um
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty cool. You just gotta hope we hold on to it.
True that. So Dana, is this your first year helping out then?
For Motor City, no, this is my second year.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Can be a little
Yeah.
stressful at times, of course, but all shows are
Well,
behind the
tell them
scenes.
what you did, Dana. Like they don't know you. Tell them who you are and what you've done.
He cut out a little bit. I think he said, "Tell him who I am."
Yeah. Yeah. Give us the spiel.
So I'm helping them out. Like I help out a lot on the back end, getting like the food trucks, putting the maps together. I've done a lot of shows with a different Mustang club as well. So I met Glenn. I think, oh gosh, Glenn, how did we meet?
Through Joe. I met Joe. I bought that Shelby you see in the background there.
That's right.
I put a Whipple on that, and when I was shopping and deciding if I was going to put a Whipple on a Voodoo, I ran across Joe who had just put a Whipple on his GT. So I was asking a bunch of questions, which I think he thought I was really a creeper or something like that at first. He
He
was a
thinks
little bit
that about everybody.
standoffish.
Which you are,
And
but I mean, like, let's be
yeah.
honest.
So then we kind of hit it off, and then I don't know. I think I got involved with Maxim, and I met you there, and I'm put two and
Yeah,
two
I think I
together.
kind of pulled you in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
were
pulled,
like Joe's wife, and it's like, oh wow, this is like one big circle.
yeah, I pulled him into Moxham and he pulled me into Motor City. So here we are.
Gluttons for punishment, eh?
We needed some help with our organizational skills and some ideas, and she definitely like helped us put all that together.
Yeah, because
We all work well together as a team, I would say.
Yeah.
okay, so Dana, this begs the question because I mean, you're the only gal on the crew, right?
Yes.
Okay, did you grow up with nothing but brothers, or like how the hell are you dealing with all these orangutans?
Well, I have one brother and two sisters. So none of them were involved with cars whatsoever. They're much older than me. So I don't know. I've just always had a thing for cars and I like the car show scene. I like the car, just the people, seeing all the different things. It's just, I don't know. It's just always been my thing, I guess.
Okay, no, that's tracking then. I mean, yeah, if you're hanging out in the garages and well, it sounds like your husband's right into it too.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess you
I'm
kind of
not
knew what
saying
you're.
I'm wrenching on the cars by any means. I don't know anything, but I do ask a lot of questions. So
Oh, okay, no,
I'm
yeah,
learning
no,
that way.
yeah, this is making sense then, because yeah, I know it's like you're either well, I don't want to say you're either in the car scene or you're out of it, because there are people that sort of dip in and out. My wife's one of them. In all honesty, like she did the Chattanooga thing with us and always asks lots of questions, and but like, is
Hmm.
it her number one thing that she wants to do all the time? Probably not. You know, um,
Yeah.
but I think it sounds to me like you're beyond that, especially if you're going to these shows and you got your own car and all that stuff. You're right into it. So I
I
guess
am
yeah.
probably dragging my husband more to shows than he probably wants to go. So he loves to go, don't get me wrong, but he's like, another one? We just went to one yesterday, that sort of thing. I'm like, yeah, but this is different.
Right. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So here,
Dana is definitely into the car scene. There's no
yeah.
doubt.
Well, okay. So Dana, did you guys do the banquet dinner last night? for the?
I did. Yeah. That's why I was so surprised when you said you were there. I didn't see you at all.
Okay. Well, there was a gal at our table, and as it turns out, I pieced this all together in the auction there. The fella that was doing the auction, his wife was at our table, and
Hmm.
he was quite a card, right? Pretty good auctioneer.
Yeah.
And so he had bought a few things, like just kind of bid himself up on the mic as somebody else was bidding or whatever. But then once I figured out who his wife was, and he's kind of going like, kind of giving her the look like, shit, are we buying this really? Like, because she's
Right.
going, yep, yep, yep. And
Yeah.
it was awesome. And the one that impressed me the most is she bought General Tire had done a like 4 tires gift certificate kind of thing. And she was the one going at it. Right. And I'm going,
Yeah.
holy shit. Now we're talking. This is cool.
Yeah. There was quite a few girls there that were in that auction, buying stuff up, which was really cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the
Did,
guys.
did you see her car, Gary? Do you know what car is Dana's?
I don't. Sadly, I wish I did, but I don't, Dana.
I think if
Did
she
you see?
explains her car, Dana, why don't you tell him like your car, your build, your experience? I think it's a good story.
Yeah.
Did you see the Adriatic blue with the white wheels? The 2026. It would have been in the middle row.
Is this the one with the Continental white tires
Yep.
or like the Continental writing on them?
Yes. That's my car.
That's yours.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
I didn't know that's the name of the color either. My wife loves that color. Yeah, actually, my kids, I downloaded all the footage. I tasked them with running around my camera on the weekend. And I was just jumping through, making sure that before I delete all the stuff off my camera, I've got what I need. And I happened to catch them going by your car, and they're going on. They said, "This is the color that Mom loves." And anyway, so yeah, your car's in there too. This is awesome.
Yep, that's the car. I ordered the car last year. I got to go through the Ford plant because my husband works at the plant. So he was able to bring me in and I was able to help build the car, which was really exciting.
Yeah.
Actually got to put parts on and things like that. And then Steve Celine came and picked up well, not him personally, but sent a truck and came and picked up my car just shortly after Thanksgiving. It was early December, I believe. And he took it out to Corona, California, turned it into a white label Celine. It's kind of a little bit of a mixture. It's got black label wheels, some different interior effects, things like that. Some very custom things on the outside. I don't know if you noticed a lot of the Celines, like in the back, they're silver labels. He made mine white to kind of go with the colors of the wheels and things like that.
Cool.
I don't know if you had a chance to look at the interior or not, but did all the interior matching the color of the outside of the car. But the cool thing was in April 17th, National Mustang Day, he brought the car back and we unveiled the car at the Flat Rock Mustang plant. And it was very, very cool to do.
No,
it was very exciting.
kidding.
I was like all emotional that day, but it was very cool.
And
That's
Steve Celine
awesome.
himself came to reveal the car.
Yes. He
Wow.
came and unveiled the car, did a whole speech. There's like media there and we did a cruise and had a police escort. It was very, very cool.
Holy
It was a fun
shit.
day.
Well, and Dana, I admitted this weekend, in a little bit of privacy, I'm like, can somebody please tell me what white, yellow, and black label means? And I'm supposed to know this shit. Like, I pretend like I'm a fucking professional on YouTube. Like I should probably know this shit,
Well, the main difference I can tell you between the white label and then the yellow and the black label would be the supercharger. The white
Okay.
label does not have a supercharged engine. So if you go to the yellow label and the black label, it is a supercharged engine. And then it goes to different exhausts, front fascia, wheels, different things like that. And that kind of differentiates between the yellow and the black label itself. My white label does have the black label wheels, which are in the white 5-spoke there. It has a white label front fascia, but then it also has the Celine exhaust, which you can only get in the yellow and black label as well. So, and coilovers. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of other things aside from the interior stitching, the
Right.
steering wheel, the racing steering wheel, the wing, things like that.
Very
So
cool.
it was a very
Yeah,
fun experience to do the whole thing. So I've only had it for a couple months since April, so I'm very excited about it.
it's a very, very cool car. Can you tell me more about the Continental white tire situation? Is that like one of these things like Glenn's done with his tires on his Shelby, or how did that work?
Well, this is something that Steve picked out. This year is new. He's actually going with Belgian wheels, and then the Continental tire. He is currently trying to create a deal with another tire company. I don't know the whole exact detail about that, but the Continental tires is part of the Black Label um, package.
Okay.
But I think it's like they put them on like the tire stickers. That's what you're referring to, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you can like you see the Continental writing in white
Hmm.
in the tire, and then I believe that's followed by a line, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Dana, yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
that
All the way
same
around it.
process I did on my 70 Shelby, where it's like actually glue on rubber, like real cool stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not coming off. That's for sure.
Yeah, it don't come
Okay.
off, and it's like rubber, like the same. It's not like a vinyl sticker. It's like an actual
Right.
Right.
piece of rubber that gets glued to the tire.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah.
they're pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. They're a pain in the ass to clean that I've discovered, but that's
I
okay.
bet.
They are beautiful when they are clean. So
It's kind of funny to think that like I don't want to give people the wrong imaginary idea here. Like we're not talking white walls. It's just the lettering is white. Um and even the line after is a thin line. It's kind of wild to think that stuff like this that hasn't been around in shit at least 30 years, you know. I
making a
guess it maybe
comeback.
stuck around a little bit more in like the pickup world. BF Goodrich with white writing on them, that was hot in the 80s and
Right.
90s and stuff. But yeah, cars, it's kind of gone away until I want to say it's that Asian fella, that Rao Welt or whatever. He'll take like cardboard cutouts and spray the tires
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
with whatever on them, right? Um, but yeah, so seeing this, I was like, I had questions. I'm going like, is this something Celine's doing? Is this something that you guys had did? So yeah, that
Well,
kind of answers it.
that was
Cool.
something he surprised me with. There was a few surprises. Like that was a surprise that I wasn't aware of. The white striping all along the sideboard, and the chin splitters. That's actually hand painted as well, which I did not realize that. I thought it was
Mm,
like a sticker or something like that, but it is hand painted.
right. Yeah, that white looks really good with that color. Say it again. Is it Asiatic blue?
Adriatic blue. It used to be
Adriatic.
Adriatic blue green, but Ford dropped the green and now it's just Adriatic blue.
Right. Yeah, it's a pretty color. Looks great on those cars.
Thank you.
Um,
I'm in love with it.
mhm. I love those contrasts too. Like the other one that I don't think anyone can deny that just stood out there at the show was there was a black 25 with gold wheels on it.
Oh yes.
Oh shit. You
That was
know?
gorgeous.
Come
That was
on.
gorgeous.
Yeah. There is just something about that. Um, just such a neat combination. But yeah, your car definitely did stand out, Dana. That's super cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
It was a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
So I guess you got to leave it home though for Motor City, hey?
Yeah, I'll leave that at home and I'll bring out my O2. I have a
Oh, okay. Now we're talking. Well, do tell. Keep coming.
I have a satin silver 2002 convertible,
Okay.
newish. It's got a little Kenny Bell on it, and yeah, so I bring that out to Motor City. That one's a little fun to play with as well.
Oh, heck yeah. That's cool. Okay, and then
And she's got it curled up, right, Dana? You got a little bit of like maybe pinks on it and that.
Well, I used to have pink stripes down the hood. I actually took those off, so they're not on there anymore.
Oh,
I had them on. I think I just had them on one car season, and I ended up taking them off. So, but
changing
yes,
it
I
up.
used to have that. Yeah, but I call it the Fobra because
The
I
Cobra, the female
has a Cobra
Cobra.
bumper, and yeah, no, it has a Cobra
Oh,
bumper, but it's not a Cobra. So,
hey
gotcha.
Cobra.
Yeah,
Right.
fake Cobra.
Yeah. Okay, that's making sense. Um, and then your hubby's right into it too. Joe's his name?
Yep, he's got a 2019 Mustang GT, Orange Fury. He's got it
Ooh.
supercharged. It's on bags, airbags, and yeah, his is very loud. Very, very, very loud. Very. He's got
Right.
Corsa exhaust, all that good stuff.
One of those
Joe's
loud.
he's like one of those talented guys like you. Like, I don't know, I talked to him like on a Friday and he's like, yeah, I'm going to throw some airbags on the car. And we'll meet tomorrow night. I'm like, wait. You're going to put airbags on the car and you're going to meet me with it tomorrow? He's like, yeah, why? I'm like, I don't know. It seems like a bigger job than that. And he's like, oh no. Like he put his own Whipple on. He put his own, like
Yeah,
he does everything himself and his car is like incredible. It's a showstopper for sure. And
Oh,
he's one of them guys, like he did it himself. Every bit
yeah.
of it.
that's
Yeah, really,
awesome.
really talented guy.
Well, okay, guys, that reminds me of a little story actually. And this isn't being told to boast or anything, but I got it in my head Wednesday night, and we're leaving to go to Chattanooga Thursday morning. Wednesday night, I had two airbags show up for the front of my car, new struts and caster camber plates. It's a bit of a long story, but I had air struts before, and however they're designed in the top end of them, I just could not align the front end of that car. I was riding around with like my driver's side with 4.5 degrees of negative camber. The passenger side was a degree and a half. It honestly, like on paper, was a dog's breakfast. It was not good. So these parts show up and I'm going, I know I shouldn't do this, right? Like, because guaranteed I'm going to run into some goofy hiccup and I'm going to
Right.
be here all fucking night, right? But my whatever, I didn't listen to the, voice of reason. I went at her. So I finally get this all done at like 3:45 Thursday morning, go home, catch a quick nap, come back here, load the car up. It's hotter than Hades. I'm sweating. Oh, I felt hungover, even though I didn't drink beer or anything. Now, the whole time to Chattanooga, my wife's giving me a hard time, right? Because I'm trying to like rest one eye at a time and get us there safely. Well, we get there. She booked the Airbnb that we stayed at. And the whole reason that we went down this Airbnb route and didn't stay at the hotel was I thought, well, it'd be nice to not have to like throw the truck and trailer in one place and have the car in another. And we could just keep it all contained at the Airbnb. So we're all excited to get this Airbnb, but never seen it before other than the photos. Well, we pull into Chattanooga. We come around the corner. We're supposed to be looking for a white mailbox. I'm like, okay, that looks like the white mailbox, but I'm looking up. I'm going, is that the driveway to the
Oh
house?
no.
Oh, guys, this thing went from flat road to like an 80-degree incline. Like,
Wow.
and this will all get back to the airbags in a minute. So we pull past the driveway and here's this church, right? And it's empty. It's a Wednesday night. We did notice some gals coming out of it. So we asked them, we said, hey, we're dealing with a bit of a shitstorm here. Do you guys think they'd mind if we parked our truck and trailer here overnight? No, the priest is a great guy. Here's his number. Give him a call in the morning. So we leave the truck and trailer down below, get my car out, go to run it up the driveway. And I'm doing the lowered car stuff, right? Coming in on an angle. This will give you some appreciation of how steep it was. It was so steep, my back tire came off the ground. Like we hit and
Wow.
teetered, spun out, stalled the car. We're rolling into traffic. It's okay, but anyway, back to the airbags. I'm like, thank Christ I put those airbags in the front of it because my air struts would have never given me enough height to even do this teeter operation that I did to get into the driveway. But my wife, she's in the passenger seat. She won't even look at me. I'm like, hey, Google Earth next time, please. This is not good. Yeah.
Oh,
Lower
that's
car
funny.
How do you
problem.
like the airbags?
Okay, so like I didn't even test them. I literally threw them in, threw the car in the trailer, and we went to Chattanooga. So the first test was the driveway. They seemed to do okay. And then the next test was going on a couple little cruises and taking it down to the show. And the airbags, like full blown airbag in place of a spring versus the air strut, is like night and day difference. I mean, it honestly feels like it rides like a brand new car.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And all the adjustability in the world, right? I mean, I can take this thing beyond stock height. Like it's silly how high you can raise it and put it right on the ground too.
Really?
It's
And it
pretty,
looks cool, right?
yeah, it's pretty hard to beat. I will say though, I'm better now. I'm not 100% good with this yet. And I've gone to great lengths to try to like, I guess, build that air ride system in such a way that it's like foolproof in that like if you know you have a blowout or whatever you're still kind of looked after and you're not stranded. There's still some holes in that story though, like technically I could be stranded, you know, if you blew a bag, you blew a bag like that. You almost can't get around that one. But everywhere else I've kind of put little check valves in place to save my ass a bit. But so I've gotten more comfortable with it, but I still keep one eye on my gauges. I'm just like, can you
Yeah.
imagine like losing all air pressure at
Oh,
75 mile an hour? Oh God,
I got to tell
not
you
a
a quick.
good.
I'm a little old, right? So my first car was a 71 Firebird. It was it was rough. The rear quarters rusted out, and I had no money. So, but I had to make it cool. And in the 70s or early, it would have been 1980. The cool thing was to jack the rear of your car up. You know
Oh
what
yeah,
those look like, right? Where the backs. So I saved up, and I think I spent $60, which was a lot of money, and put air shocks on the back.
right.
And we went over to my buddy's house and threw them on and ran the lines like by the license plate and pumped that sucker up with air. And I am driving down the road, just happy. I'm looking like straight out the windshield, but all I see is road, right? Because it's so great. And we hit about 2 miles from this guy's house, and I'm sitting at a light, just happy as can be. I got only could afford these Keystone. I think they called them 60s back then, which, like, if you had a 50 or a 60, it was a wide tire, unlike a 235 or a 295.
Yeah.
So I got these big fat tires sticking way out, sitting way up high in the air at the light. And all of a sudden, the car just slams to the ground.
Oh,
And now
Oh.
I gotta leave the light. I gotta pull over, and the rust is grinding on the tires. Body parts are flying all
Oh
over
my
the
God.
road. We limp it back to the house and realize that we ran one of the airlines over the exhaust. So when the exhaust got hot, it let all the air out. You know, we didn't have any check valves or anything like that. And yeah, that was my first experience with back then what would have been similar to airbags today.
right.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I'll never forget that. It was quite the story. Pretty hillbilly-ish too.
totally. Yeah, mullet flapping in the wind.
Oh, we had it going on, yeah. Had the
Yeah,
driving gloves on. You know, you couldn't drive without driving gloves back then. You know, was
totally.
the thing.
Yeah, the whole air ride system, I mean, it is neat. I love the ability to be able to, you know, lift the car up, put it in a trailer, do a shitty driveway scenario like the wife got us into, and or then park and let all the air out of it and, you know, make people think like, there's no way that can drive down the road like that, right?
He gets asked
So,
that all the time. How do you drive it that low?
right.
It's like there's nothing better than this. I don't know. For me, a slam car.
Yeah.
Like
They do
my
look sharp.
McLaren's pretty slammed right now. It's about as slow as I can get it.
Mhm.
And people just they don't even know what they're looking at, right? They don't know
Yeah.
what they're seeing. Like we were cruising last night, and it was just like another McLaren. But it's like, God, this car, something about this. And it's like, well, because you don't know, it's got 18-inch wheels and it's slammed to the ground. And you don't know that that's what makes it kind of look cool. I didn't get
Yeah.
the comments before I did that when it was just a regular 4x4 McLaren. Nobody commented on it. Now it's slammed to the ground and everyone's in love with it.
4 by
It's
4
those
That's hilarious.
it's those little subconscious things, right? That I think make all the difference in a car. You know, Dana, like you were saying, that your label on the back's white. You know, like it's all those
Hmm.
little nuanced things that, to the untrained eye, somebody goes, I really like that, but I can't quite put my finger on why or where or
Right.
how. Yeah.
I I gotta tell this story. So I had an expedition when the kids were born and I totaled it. Yeah, hit by a road grader. But anyways, I'm getting logical, right? I gotta buy a minivan. I got
Oh
hockey
no.
kids running around in hockey and blah blah blah. And there was a pretty cool minivan online. It was called, you could look it up too. It's called APC Dodge Caravan. It was red, white, slammed. It was just a super cool car. So I buy this minivan and no kidding, Ibach made a spring kit for Dodge Caravan. So I take that down to Bell Tire and I throw some 18s on it with some low profile tires and put that iBox spring kit on it. And I rock this van. And I can't tell you how many people are like, and I hate minivans, but there's something about yours that I like that van. But I'll never forget too, the guys at Bell Tire were throwing the spring kit on and they're like, the guy comes out in the waiting room. He goes, are you the guy lowering the minivan? And I'm like, yeah. He just goes, why? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why not?
Just do it. So he calls me back into the shop. He goes, hey, we're getting ready to put this thing on the ground, right? So the whole shop starts working. They're all standing in like a big half circle. It hits the ground. It's got great stance, 18-inch wheels. And the guys are like, this is badass, right? And I looked over to the guy. I'm like, now you know why? And he goes, yeah, this is pretty cool. And of course, a lot of the young fellas are like, man, there's a lot I could do with my girl, take her on a date. The car's kind of cool. I got the whole back.
Take the back
And
seat out. Now you're talking.
yeah. So yeah, I guess lowering even a minivan is kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, Dana, how does Joe's air ride car compare to yours? Or am
Well,
I going to
I'm going
start
to
a
say
little bit of
mine's
a,
Question.
better naturally, but
yeah, I'm going to start a little
um,
bit of a marital battle here. I realized that after I asked the question, but
um, I think his ride's a little bouncy, not in a
okay.
bad way, but it seems like it's a little bouncy.
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to mine. Like I'm always like, what is that noise? Because I'm just not used to it type of thing. Mine rides pretty smooth, but I think his was probably a little bouncier. Not in a
Okay.
bad way. I just noticed it's being, a little bouncier.
Right. I know because, well, two of my friends have Fox bodies in the fashion that my green one now is, like with four bags on all four corners. And this one, well, it had bags in the rear, and then the air strut in the front. And now it's whatever, four bags. And the guys, well, one of them's Chris, the infamous project. His silver car has these four bags. So actually, I know three guys. And then there's Lewis in Florida. He has two Fox bodies with four airbags on all four corners. And then another friend of mine with a New Edge. And all of them just rave about how unbelievable they ride. And
Hmm.
I guess it's maybe almost a bit of a shitty comparison because with these old cars, like they actually did have, a coil spring and a strut versus the new, or like, the S550, 650s, whatever. They are more of a coil over style suspension. So it maybe would be, yeah, a little bit of a unfair comparison, pardon me, to say, because these ride unreal. And I would say better than any coilover car I've ever been in because these cars weren't designed to have a coilover in them, really. I mean, you're throwing all
Especially
that.
like the rear shock tower, right?
Yep, that and front. Yeah, like those things weren't designed to take all that road load, right? And car load. So, whereas the new cars are. Um,
Right.
Right.
but yeah, it'd be interesting to, you gotta introduce me to Joe in a couple weeks here. I'd like to pick
Absolutely.
his brain a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
back to the show here, guys. This is Dana. This is the way this bloody podcast always goes. It's like we're more in the ditch than we are on the road. So, yeah. Okay, so what's going on leading up to? Like, when's the first big day when things are kicking off? Tuesday,
Dana?
Wednesday.
Sorry. That is going to be on Wednesday. And I
Okay.
was just actually, let me pull that up real quick. So Wednesday, we have a Ford Piquette plant self-guided tour at the Ford. Am I saying that right? Piquette plant.
Yep.
Okay, make sure I say that right. That evening, we're going to be doing a private tour at the Berardi collection. That is a registered tour. So if you've registered for it, great. We're going to send out the location. That's going to be from 6 to 8 that night.
Have you done
Then
that, Gary?
No, I haven't.
That's a cool
Why
one
don't
to
let's
see.
tell them a little bit about Berardi, because we've already sold out of this, twice? Well, we don't sell tickets, we do it for free, but it's a private collection. He's got basically one of every Mustang, like starting in 64 and a half.
Holy
And in
shit.
his collection, he didn't collect like a 93 Mustang. He's got like a 93 Cobra R, you
Oof.
know. So
Yeah, the super rare ones.
every year, like if he's got a 79, it's 79 pace car. If he's got an 82, it's 82 GT, right? So his collection is just unbelievable, and it's private. So
Yeah.
the only way to get in is like through him.
Right.
So
And he
he's
has a
nice
story
enough
for
to,
each one too.
yeah.
Right.
And then another cool part people don't talk about is like it's an old industrial building that like maybe in the front had 4 offices where people might have worked back in the day. In each office, he has done up like whether it's got old gas pumps or pinball machines, but like one room, he's got die cast of like every Mustang die cast year ever done.
Jeez.
Then he'll have another room that's just got old Ford paraphernalia, whether it's a cooler or a chair or a jacket. Well, the other room's all like clothing and that, old, cool, motorcraft, whatever stuff. It's just an amazing collection. And he does restorations. Like the last time I was in there, I think he was doing a 71 Mach 1. And like every color code that was done in the factory was done on this car, like in the proper, because Mike worked at Ford. So his cars are just like amazing. Like
Wow.
it's like a once in a lifetime to see that.
And
And
he
then like,
drives them all.
yeah,
Oh,
then like
really?
he'll have us bring one or two to the show, like whatever you want. And he lets you drive them. And he's got some weird schedule. Like every car has to get 300 miles every so many years. And then he'll let you like, yeah, go take that car. Just bring it back with 300 miles on it, at
Holy.
least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
He keeps it all in a book.
And
Crazy.
he's the new president of Maxim.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a very cool guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a great guy.
Very cool. Okay,
So
so
that's
So if
that's
on
you have,
Wednesday. Sorry for the interruption, but like, I don't think we should breeze over that one. Like
that's
no.
he's
fair.
got a what does he call it? A graveyard in the back. I think he's
Yeah.
got like 40 Mustangs in the back that are pretty raunched out, right? They're like rusted or whatever, but we found an SVO back there, Bill Butler and I, and went and scavenged some parts that were left that we needed. And he was like really good. He's like, yeah, go ahead, give me like $10 or something. It's like he's got, Gary, you would appreciate this. He's got a room, it's pretty big. And when I bought that 70 Shelby, I was looking for like nuts and bolts, like original stuff you can't find. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, come back in this room. He's got enough peanut jars, like, the plastic jars you get from like Costco, the
Yep.
peanuts come in. I don't know if he ate them or if he ordered them direct, but he's got every nut and bolt sorted by year, by car. Like you need a bolt for a 69 Shelby seat. Yeah, that's in that bucket over there. Go grab one you like. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I need, whatever nut and bolt you could think of that he's taken out, he's categorized and containerized, and he'll let you take them. It's not like he charges you either.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Just
don't know
there
if
to
this
help.
is public knowledge, but
I was going to
he's
say,
all
I didn't even
about,
know about that room.
he's about this, he's about Mustangs, and keeping the hobby and restoring the cars. And he's, that good of a guy.
Incredible.
Yeah, he's what? Well over 100 at least.
Yeah.
Oh, that always blows my mind. You think about like just the maintenance costs. And I don't mean maintenance like, you know, regular maintenance. Like I'm talking battery tenders and
Right. That's what I
in
was going to say. He's got enough
yeah.
battery. He's got, yeah,
Gee.
100 battery tenders. And then Marcy, who does SVT stuff at our show,
Yeah.
like each car has the Marty report blowing up. Like, I don't know if it's a 4x3, the Marty report for each car. And then she did like a cool graphic. So behind the wall on each car is this cool large Marty report you can read about the car, and then some cool picture that Marcy did or banner or something. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Unbelievable. No
Yeah,
kidding. Well,
you're looking at your garage like, hey, I got 8 cars now. I got to build a bigger barn, and I got to do. And then you go there and you're like, yeah, I'm like,
geez.
like, who am I?
Not to bring insurance up again, but could you imagine?
Oh God.
Jesus.
He doesn't talk about that.
I bet. Wow. Okay, so that's Wednesday night
So
then.
that's on Wednesday. A lot of
Okay.
museum stuff, like go to Roush or the pickup plant's super cool. And then we go into then Thursday is the Ford's Garage, right?
Yeah, Thursday night's going to be the meet and greet at Ford's Garage.
And
That starts at 3.
right. And the 50 Asylum guys are helping you guys with that, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
It's hosted by them. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. And then we go into Friday morning. We have the MRT pit stop for cars and coffee.
Okay.
That'll start at 8. And then we have 2 options, really. If you want to do the Roush collection self-guided tour, you can do that at 9:30. A good majority, I'll head over for the Hell Run, which will start at 10, and that's from 10 to 3. We'll meet at the hockey arena, drive out to Hell, do all of that.
Nice.
And then Friday night, we're going to plan a stampede to Woodward Avenue. Still working on a little bit of details for that, but we'll get that out as soon as possible. And then Saturday, the big show.
Big show. So,
Well,
okay,
then we just got on, we're doing with, so Martin Drag Racing's a big drag racing company around here. They're offering, so Pete Campbell, a local guy, real good Mustang guy. He teamed up with them and Rhino Dyno. They're going to have a dyno session where you can go dyno your car. If you just drive in, it's like $100, and he's actually going to do tuning. He's a real good tuner. He will do the tuning and all that. And then they got a real cool shop. And that might be a pretty cool place. That's out by my house. So it's maybe 20-25 minutes from there, but that's Friday at 3:00
cool.
until whenever they get done.
That's neat.
So yeah, that's another thing we just had. Some guys like dynos, some guys, I don't know. And then some of the local guys, Martin Tuning and Martin Racing and these guys, these guys are like, we used to do, Donnie Walsh did like all the dyno tuning on my car. And I can tell you, and mine's just a carbureted car, right? But just dialing the timing in and all that on a dyno is like, we didn't realize like how far off we were and how much more power I created just by doing the tuning on a dyno.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Very true.
There's that available to people too.
Okay. This stampede thing, like I'm just picturing in my head, get as many people as you can to line up and go for a cruise on Woodward.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So unlike when we did the show in July, I don't know if anybody know. Have you been to Woodward, Gary?
Not like the Woodward event. No, but I've driven on Woodward. That's all.
So the Woodward event, which will be the Saturday after us, like it's not that. Like it's so big you can't move. You could spend
Yeah.
3 hours and not go a mile and see 5 minivans parked around you because you know there's too many people on it. Um, but what we've learned is the week up to Woodward, people from all over the country come, and like that Friday will be insane, crazy, but you can drive. You can actually cruise your car like the old days. And
Okay.
like we were trying to get a location, like maybe to park, but not a lot of people park. It's more of a cruise. Like you're driving and meeting up and hanging out. Like you might see a vein of Fox bodies and pull in, or you might see a vein of, you know, some other type of car, you know, JDM cars, and you might pull in. And there's like every time I go, I'm not really parked too much.
Right.
So we're still working on a place that maybe we can meet and hang out.
Right. Oh,
But
that's cool.
it's something to see, I think.
Well, and that goes back to like, yeah, this sort of the essence of Detroit that I was trying to explain earlier. And I always have a hard time explaining feelings like this, but it's stuff like
Yep.
that that, you know, I guess rounds this whole like Detroit experience out. I mean, I don't know. I've lived in a handful of places, and when we were young was a different story. I mean, we all kind of cruised around Friday night, Saturday night, waved at well, I grew up in a real small town, so you wave at the same people going that way as you would coming the other way, right? Everybody did the same loser lap. And but for like something like in Detroit where you've got Woodward, where I mean, how long's Woodward? Like it's miles and miles and miles. People cruise forever, right?
Well, it could be, but really there's a town called Royal Oak in Birmingham, and it can stretch down into Ferndale. So those three cities is like the main cruise. And really, like my mom and dad met there. Like
At
that's they
Woodward.
cruised, yeah, in the 50s. Like, and they would tell stories like they had different drive-ins back then in the 50s, right? So they had, and my mom would tell me, your dad didn't think I needed, but two flashes of the brake lights meant drop the girls off and meet back here. You know, one flash meant like let's keep going, and they had all these little things, but they were cruising in the 50s, and then it was so prevalent the cruising on Woodward that John DeLorean was taking out a GTO before it was called a GTO, putting a big motor in a car and going out and racing on Woodward. And like Lee Iacocca found out, and he would go down to Woodward, and then Ford would bring a product, and then it was like game on. And the manufacturers like GM and Ford, they didn't know what was going on, but you had these rogue guys like John DeLorean and Lee Iacocca that were like in the Woodwards, and that's where the muscle car, that's where the PTO started, like on Woodward, where they were racing and cruising. And we get to go like one of the places we're trying to go, this place called Dugan's. They they got the recipe, the signage, and some of the stuff from the original, like Ted's Drive-In was big. Mom and Dad will always talk about Ted's, you know, and Lee Iacocca and Orion will talk about Ted's everyone there. They have like the original recipe for the hamburger stuff that they made back then, and they taste different and they're better. It's crazy. Like to
Huh.
go there, it's like this is what they ate in the 50s, and they got the old drive-in signs and stuff. And yeah, so it's not just like oh, here's a road that people in Detroit are cruising. This goes back to like the 50s and started the whole muscle car era that our world experienced.
That's crazy. I mean, yeah, I guess I had a little bit of an idea of that, but I didn't really realize that it went that deep, you know?
There's some
Um,
cool documentaries out there, and they actually show like DeLorean out there we're racing these GTOs that weren't like they would throw like a big motor. Yeah, well, it was or something like that. Like oh, 3 or I don't know, people playing with all kinds of stuff. And they got like filmed with stuff.
That's
But
incredible.
he knew that was where the kids that were into cars and car games out,
Right.
and that's where they
Um,
were.
Unbelievable. Yeah, that is that essence that I'm talking about that you get in Detroit that I don't think I've ever experienced anywhere else. Like it really truly is Motor City. I think that's one of the things that you guys got going for you with the Motor City Fox Fest is so cool. Like you get to experience the birthplace of these cars. And you said this earlier, Glenn, like it was neat having that backdrop of the old world headquarters and stuff, but I mean, I think it's more just Detroit in a period, like that makes this whole thing that cool. Um, and the stories that come out of that place. I mean, you guys live in there, are familiar with them, and you're probably tired of telling them and hearing them over and over again. But like for everyone else all over the country or countries, it nobody really knows that stuff. So to hear it, it's all brand new to us.
Yeah. Yeah, my brother-in-law is a car guy, lives in Philadelphia. He came in. I remember it was Thanksgiving. First time I thought of what you just said. It was like Thanksgiving. We couldn't morning. We're trying to find a coffee shop. We go to a neighboring town. We find one open. Everything closed. And parked out front. It was 2014 or 15. There was a Shelby GT, like in the wild. Nobody knew what it was. It wasn't out yet. It appeared at the park. And he comes out. He goes, "Holy shit! You know what that is?" I'm like, "Mustang." He's like, "That's the new Shelby GT50." Had a flat blade tank. He's like, like the rest of the world, like these cars are everywhere around here. You're driving the cars of the future that no one knows. You walk right by them and don't even care. And like the rest of the world would never get to see anything like this. Like,
Yeah,
and that's what first dawned on me. It's like, yeah, we take the stuff. I've been seeing cars in wraps, cars coming out that every day you see cars black and white checker.
right.
And you try to
Take it
look,
for
you're like,
granted.
oh, look, there's a new Lincoln that's coming out. You try to figure out what it's going to look like. I guess the rest of the world doesn't see that. But,
Not at all.
yeah.
Yeah, we're all kind of looking at it or looking for it on the interweb, trying to see what the next model is going to look like, right? But yeah, you guys are literally seeing them run around town and being tested.
Yeah. Well, and then Dana's husband actually gets to test them down the line, like
Oh,
stuff coming out that, and he's pretty tight lipped because obviously for likes his job. Um,
Right.
so he doesn't really tell us, but anything ever, but it's like there's new stuff coming out and he gets to see it. And, it's just exciting to know that something's coming. I don't know what it is, but
yeah.
it says it's cool and it's probably going to be cool.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
Dana, I can't even imagine how those dinner conversations go. Good grief.
He won't
Um,
even tell me because he's worried.
Right. Well, no, and I get that. That in itself is very admirable, right? Like you got to really admire somebody that's like that cuz well, especially if you're a car guy and you're kind of doing your dream job and whatever, like we get excited, right? Like we want to
Mhm.
tell others and talk to others about. Yeah. But very admirable that yeah, to know there's still people out there like that can keep because I mean, yeah, you think about Detroit too, it's still sure it's a big city, but it's a small town. Like it does have a small town feel to Detroit. And I can't help but think it's just through the heritage of that place and you know, well, way back in the day, it was a small little town and then whatever, it grew to be the size it did and then went through the whole transition of like we overgrew. Now we're kind of downsizing. People left. Jobs are not as prevalent and whatever. It's got a really neat history.
Yeah. Well, the riots in 67, I don't know if people know about them. They had the riots, kind of black, white thing. And then that just, you had white flight and it just kind of ruined the city. I think it reeled from them riots, and it's starting to come back now. So it's been like a really long time. And I think they're probably all unnecessary. But at that time, I don't know. I guess I was 3 at the time, but that hurt the city a lot. Like, I think Detroit was one of the top 3 or 5 biggest cities in the country at one point. Like,
Fastest
early when the Model
growing.
Ts came out, like
Yeah.
rivaled New York and Chicago, and now we're so small. We don't have many people. And I
Yeah.
think that, probably the stories is that's what really, right, but it's on the rebound. I mean, it's really coming back downtown. It's pretty cool now.
Yeah. Were
So,
you born and raised there, Dana?
I was not, no.
Okay.
I lived in St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, okay.
I moved up here in '04 with Joe's job.
Okay. Gotcha.
He used to build the Aerostar.
Really?
Yeah.
The van. No shit. I
Yeah.
seen one of those the other day. I mean, they all got crushed. You know what I mean? Like there's not even 1% of them still in existence. And when you see one, you go, oh my God, right? I remember
Yeah.
those. Huh.
Yeah.
Because I always try to remember, I think they were replaced by the Windstar or something, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aerostar to Windstar. Huh. So
The
he was
Aerostar was like a rear drive, hardcore band, right? I think the Winstar was like front wheel drive.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're funny to think back on some of those models that, well, hell, I got a 87 Ford Escort GT that I'm helping a guy with. And when he first reached out to me, I went, no, you don't have one of those. Like, you never see those anymore.
There's
You
a set
know?
of seats on Marketplace for them. I just saw yesterday.
Really?
It's front seats, yeah.
Well, I
They
actually,
look in good shape.
I tore the interior out of it the other day because I've actually, through Michael Johnson, been connected with a couple fellas in the Detroit area that, as it turns out, they're big escort guys. And I want to see if I can maybe track down some bits and pieces for this interior because this poor car lived its life outside. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it spent one day indoors, and all in the South. So like all the plastic is just, you touch it and it just shatters. You know.
Mm.
What color is it?
Rust. No, it's kind of a, I think it was red.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
But,
owned one, white one.
oh, really?
So in '86, I was 22 years old. I got to tell the story real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Went down to buy, a Celine Mustang. Still have the brochure sitting on my desk, and was all ready to buy it. And I went to get insurance, and it was unaffordable on the insurance.
Right.
So I was devastated. So I bought a Escort GT because insurance was affordable, and had to wait till I turned 23 in '87 when your insurance dropped like 6 times for whatever reason. 23, and then I bought a 7
Right.
Celine, so bummed me out. I wish I always had that Celine, but that damn insurance got me again.
Dang, I'm gonna have to call this bloody podcast something to do with insurance. Yeah, they are a neat car. There's actually like,
I
I'm,
hated every minute of it.
yeah.
I got to be honest.
There's a ton of crossover from the Fox Body Mustang for sure. Tearing that whole interior apart. Like they're different, but they're similar. I've even noticed like a lot of the hardware is the same. Which I guess goes without saying. I'm sure the Aerostars shared a lot of that stuff too, you know. But yeah, it's a bit of a trip spending some time around that old car, you know. And in a lot of ways, they were beyond their years if you put them alongside a Fox body. I mean, they had automatic seat belts that came up the A pillar, and yeah,
Yeah, that's the most irritating thing ever. I think you could unhook them now. I
well,
remember.
they're actually a pain in the ass to get out of there. I just went through that the other night. But and these ones I'm gonna have to figure out because they don't move anymore. They're just locked in the rear position. Hopefully I can figure them out. I can't imagine I'm gonna have a very easy time trying to find replacement ones. That's for sure. But
Yeah, no kidding.
well, and guys, I was gonna tell you so my story on Motor City. So I wasn't sure how I was gonna make this a reality. And I've told everybody that's asked, I'm about 51% in, which is usually about as close to 100 as I can get. But the kids, actually, Glenn, you'll like to hear this. They tried out for a double A girls hockey team in town here and made it. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. And it was actually kind of funny because word got out fairly quick that some Canadians had landed in the surrounding Nashville area. And they're like, you fuckers are born with skates on. Get them out here, kind of thing, right? So, yeah, they went out and did what they needed to do. So they're actually going to Chicago for this training camp, same weekend as Motor City. So what I'm doing is truck trailer car up to Chicago, drop them off, get them a rental car, and then shooting over to you guys.
How old are your girls?
14 and 15.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And I
that's
got a
some
little,
real hockey. That's real hockey at that age
yeah.
for those girls. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a 10-year-old too. She's she's playing as well, but yeah, these two older ones tried out for this double A crew, and there was 3 teams. There's actually 3 double A girl teams in town, and well, we didn't know anybody, so we were just I hate to say it this way because we're talking about girl hockey, but we were whoring ourselves out, like going, sure, we'll come try out, and we'll do whatever. And it turned out they ended up like pretty much fighting over. I'm like, geez, guys, we're gonna end up looking like assholes here because not knowing any better, running around trying out for all these damn teams.
Right.
But yeah, I think they found a good crew here. Should be fun.
That's
Yeah, I
cool.
miss those days. I miss hockey.
Is Glenn Junior? Is he still playing?
Yeah, he can't let it go. He all winter he plays, I think on 14.
Mm.
And it's kind of exciting. I was a hockey, he's a little bit different than me. I was a hockey player and I played hockey, right? But he's a hockey enthusiast. He not only plays, he knows every player, what their contract is, where they played in college or juniors or whatever. He knows everything about everything. Well, a lot of these boys come home for the summer and they live in this area. So he played in a league. He just came home the other night, last night. And he's like, Dad, man, I got a goal and an assist. I'm like, oh, you should be better than that. Like, you played college hockey, right? He's like, I'm playing with the New York Rangers guys, New Jersey Devils, Boston Bruins. Like, I'm playing with pros. I'm like, no way. He goes, yeah. He started naming off all these names that I don't know. But these kids that, play in the NHL that, come from Detroit, they get a little league together and he's playing in that league.
Nice.
So I
That's
think he
cool.
feels pretty good when he can go out and put some points up against some NHLers.
Hanging with the big boys, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how that goes.
Yeah.
They're, it's beer hockey, right? So, well, I don't know if they drink beer. They don't. They pretty much stay in shape all year, but I'm sure they're not giving their 100% effort.
Right. Yeah. That's
But
always
you're still out there with the pros. You're playing with guys with New York Rangers pants and helmet and gloves, and you're a little starstruck.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys all have to teach me everything you know because I know nothing about hockey, and now my grandson's going to do it. So,
Oh,
but he's 2, so
that's a
he's
good
got a
age.
bit.
Good age to start them at, Dana. Yeah, good for them. It's
I
a
used to tell everyone, first thing you do is don't have to buy them hockey equipment, but get them hockey pants. Put skates on, go to play it again, sports, whatever, get them pants. If they're going to fall down, if they hurt their butt or whatever, they're not going to want to go back out. But if they got pants on, they fall down, they don't get hurt, They feel kind of cool in the pants, and you keep them in the ball, right?
Yeah.
Hockey pants. All right.
Yeah, get that because they're going to fall on their little butt, and then they're going to hurt and say, "I don't want to do." Oh,
Another piece of advice for you too, Dana. I didn't know about these when we first got the girls out, but there's a system that almost gives you like two little tripods that you can strap to a normal set of skates, and it gives them almost like training wheels on regular skates. I had these.
really?
Yeah, it's pretty neat, Glenn. Um, we had these like bullshit two blades on each
Right.
deal, and you strapped them to boots. Yeah, it was a disaster because all they do is just shuffle along. But with these tripod deals or training wheel things, they can actually get a proper set of skates on them and
Hmm.
get more of a skating feel than you would with these other things. You can buy them on
Okay.
Amazon.
Really?
Yep.
I have to
I'll
Um,
check
remember
that
that if I
out.
ever get grandkids over here.
yep.
You will.
Yeah. Soon. But it's a good sport, like it's hell. There's not many places that I've ever been with, typically it involves drinking beer with a bunch of guys, but like there's at least one, maybe at most 2 degrees of separation from somebody that knew somebody that played with somebody. And it's, yeah, I don't know. It teaches you, well, all kinds of shit about life, working hard and trying out in places that don't know anybody. Maybe if you're doing well enough, you got to go live and build it with a family. And there's a lot of good things that come out of that sport. Um, Keeps you in shape.
I I always give this analogy why I think hockey's, or not analogy, reason why I think hockey's the best sport for kids is if you play soccer or football or baseball, whatever, mom and dad drive you to the field. They drop you off. You run out on the field. You start practicing or you start playing your game. Mom and dad sit in the car. After your game, maybe they go sit in the stands. After the game, they go grab the car and you hop in and leave. Hockey's the only sport where even at 5 years old, you go in a locker room. You're there an hour before the game and you're in a locker room and you're creating a bond with kids that you don't get in soccer or baseball. And you go practice or your games. And after you play a game and you lose or you win, and you go in that locker room and you have that time and that moment to share with your teammates, whether it's a loss or a win. And the parents sit in a warming room, right? They're in the building. They're bound to be one guy that's going to say, "Hey, you want to go have a beer outside?" You go have your beer, you come back in the rink. And it creates a community that other sports don't create because you don't have that. You got to be there an hour before, get in the locker room, get dressed. Afterwards, you're showering, you're doing all those things. That's why I think hockey creates relationships and bonds that other sports just have a difficult time doing. And they
Yeah.
last for, you know,
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's well said. I know when with us having all girls, my wife, when our oldest was little, maybe 2 or 3, she goes, "I think we should get her into dance." And I'm going, "I don't know about this." Like, and nothing against anybody that's gone that path, but I remember doing a bit of a sales pitch like the one you just gave, Glenn, where I'm like, like I want the kids as part of a team for sure, but I did go down that whole like dressing room road as well. And I said, like, yeah, I don't know of many other sports out there where you get a lot of that. Like, I don't know, I guess in maybe college or something, like you're going to have the football locker room or the ball hockey locker room, whatever, but not at the younger ages. Like you said, they just kind of like jump out of the car and run to the field and do their thing. Whereas hockey, right from 2 years old, you're in that dressing room. And I mean, I won't even tell you some of the dressing room stories I got on this
I was just
podcast.
saying, we could spend a whole podcast on
Oh,
locker room stories.
good night. But
Oh, yeah.
they literally make you who you are.
Yep.
You know, and like Glenn was saying, those bonds that you create with people and good coaches, bad coaches, everything like it. I don't know. You take it with you for the rest of your life. it is
Well,
really
like
good
when you
sport.
lose a game or something and there's failure and disappointment, it's a place where you learn how to handle that disappointment with your coaches or your teammates, and you have time, whatever time it takes after a game, to get undressed and shower and do that disappointment. Where with soccer, you lose, you walk off the field, you're in the car, dad's telling you you didn't hustle enough, you didn't get to learn about disappointment and how to handle it in a team situation like you do in hockey. And that translates into the work world and everything. Not that you can't be successful, or it just makes hockey players a unique type
True.
of person.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, and you're gonna deal with whatever. You're gonna have the one guy that whines a little too much, right? And then you got the coach's kid, and then there's all these personalities, and it really does, I think anyway, groom you for maybe not success in life, but it points you in that direction. Because you're gonna have a whiny boss. And maybe they hire their kid. And you've already got experience dealing with that dynamic just through the playing hockey as a kid. So yeah.
Real world experience.
Yeah. Big time. And yeah, you never know where it takes them. Shit. Maybe they do something with it and they're a professional hockey player one day,
Yeah.
Pretty neat stuff. Um okay,
Well,
well,
I don't know. Do you have something you want? I had something I wanted to mention.
100% buddy, hit me.
So Tom Clark, as most of you might know, some might not know, is part of this show along with Brian Deal. But just to kind of a shout out to Tom, like this guy, man, behind the scenes, doing our website and the swag. There's so much he does. I'm not going to list it all. But one thing to mention, I thought he did a killer job with the swag this year. I don't know
Okay.
if anyone's
Absolutely.
had an opportunity to look at it, but and we were kind of like kind of had a duh moment when he showed us what he did with the motorsport logo and Motor City, and it's like we're 4 years into this and none of us thought of that.
Right.
Like Motor City, Motorsport, and so yeah, he did. I think did a really good job with the swag, and then I had to coerce him a little bit to come out with the red and burgundy for the Mercury guys, like us Capri guys.
Yep.
So he just kind of debuted that, and we all obviously got ordered some swag, right, to see what it feels like, looks like. And 417 Fox, those guys just do a killer job. It's quick turnaround. He used, high quality stuff, and the stuff just looks like incredible. I was wearing it down to Telegraph last night, got quite a few comments
Nice.
on the hat and stuff. But yeah, if you haven't had a chance, look at the web. There's a lot of stuff on there, and we're working on. And like, we don't do a whole lot. Like, that's Tom's creative side. That's kind of what he does for a living, right? So we just let him go, and then he ships it off to us and says, "What do you think?" And usually we're like, "Awesome, incredible."
Always phenomenal too.
Yeah, and then we run with it. But yeah, I thought he did a really good job this year, and that guy is one of the hardest working guys I've ever worked with.
Yeah.
Good guy.
He's a great guy.
Tom doesn't miss. I mean, hell, he's actually kind of gone quiet on social media over, I'd say maybe over the last couple of years, which kind of breaks my heart because he was fairly active previous to that. And I don't know, like, I hate to
We
say it this
stole
way.
him.
Well, maybe
Kept
that's
him
what it
busy.
is, right? Because yeah, I mean, that, like me and I know a whole pile of other guys through the social media circles that are like we used to kind of live for those posts. He always had something cool going on. I mean, and just look at the guy's cars. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, he's hitting the ball square every
Yeah.
time, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing him. I mean, sadly, it's like Motor City is about the only time I get to catch up with that guy in a year. But yeah, Tom holds a very special place in my heart too.
Yeah. He
Very.
had a wedding or something. Yeah, I think he had a wedding yesterday and had to do some wedding dinner.
Mm.
And Yeah, I kind of might not have told them in a timely basis about this podcast, maybe.
Not you.
It's been a rough week. I text them and I got the WTF, and then the phone call. And I'm like, dude, I am so sorry. I've been working like 6 days a week and doing show stuff, and yeah, that's my bad. I'm
Yeah. Well, we'll see
yeah
him in a couple of weeks.
yeah.
Um, well, yeah, guys, this has been awesome. I'll put links down in the show notes to everything related to Motor City, so folks can head on down there and check it out if they haven't already. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys here in a couple of weeks. It's going to be fun.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's what I'll just say this. We put the show on to bring people to Detroit, and but it turns out that, like, for me, it's just seeing the people. It's just being with the people and seeing everyone together, and I don't know, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, that turned out to be my favorite part of the show, is the same people, every year, and how appreciative people are, and it keeps you going.
Yeah.
Like a reunion.
Yeah, it totally is. Yeah, it's so funny, right? Because as much as we love these cars, it's these cars that bring all of us individuals together. And yeah, I don't know. There's something there that I've never heard anyone explain it perfectly, but I know everybody knows what I'm talking about, right? Like it is a special group of folks. And I will actually tell you this, Glenn, I'm drawing a blank on who it was that I was just recently talking to about it, but they brought up that they had been to all three Motor Cities, and for some unforeseen reason they couldn't make it this year, and it's like plaguing their mind because well, because they had this, first 3-year trend running, and this, I guess they had it in their head they were going to go until they died, kind of thing, and they're like putting a break in the consistency of this whole thing for themselves, right? And they're like heartbroken over it. So it's Motor City Fox Fest has definitely gained, a proper following. I know anyone that's been, there's nobody that says they wouldn't go again at all. Like you guys are doing a great job. It's a wicked show in a wicked set and setting. And I highly recommend it to everybody for sure.
Well, my wife, she kind of called it. Yeah, obviously, it rained every year. One of the reasons we changed the date. But I remember through the chaos of running a show, and the rain happened, and I'm just like devastated. And my wife just grabbed me and she said, "Look at the people here." And I'm looking, I'm like, "What?" She goes, "They're walking in the rain and they don't care. They're still having a good time."
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
stopped and looked, and I'm like, holy shit, she's right. Like these are special people. And then you start thinking of people like you, or like Dave Harmon. Like, the guy comes from Toronto. Like, guys, Parker and Cal Frankie, and we all, those guys are coming from the East Coast. You guys come from Texas. Like, it's so humbling that the people where they come from to come to the show and endure rain and heat, and yeah, like, it really did become about, like, what a special group of people. The
Mhm.
cars are great, but the people are even better, I think. So
Yeah.
hopefully we
I
don't
agree.
disappoint this year. We try really hard. It's a lot to do with the new venue and that, and we'll see.
Yeah.
It's going to be a blast.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay. Well, don't go anywhere, guys. But thanks for doing this. Appreciate you guys taking the time. Dana, you especially. How long did you have to drive home today?
It took us about 10 and a half hours.
Jesus, Murphy.
Yeah. But it was fun. I was in the car. So,
Oh, you drove your car all the way down too and back.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, thanks for doing this, especially after a day like that. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys in a couple weeks.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thanks,
Well,
guys.
thanks for having us on.
Anytime.
Thank you.